Hello students, good morning. Let's solve this problem today. See the problem. From the following balance sheet of Ashok Limited, prepare cash flow statement. Balance sheets are given. Equity and liabilities. Equity and liabilities. First, shareholders fund. A, share capital. It was 5 lakhs on 31st March 2017 and now it is 7 lakhs 50,000. So there will be issue of shares. Reserves and surplus, no note is given. It was 3 lakhs and now it is 3 lakhs 75,000. It will be balance of profit and loss account, obviously. Okay, closing balance and opening balance. Then non-current liabilities. Now in non-current liabilities, long-term borrowings are given. They were 1 lakh and now they were 50,000. Note is given about that, so we will discuss it while reading the note. Current liabilities, trade payables, there is decrease in trade payables, and short-term provisions, again note number 2 is given. Assets, non-current assets, fixed assets, tangible and intangible, notes are given. Non-current investments, 3 lakhs and dash, means on 31st March 2017 it was 0 and on 31st March 2018 it is 3 lakhs. So it is purchase of new, means non-current investment, purchase of non-current investment. Okay, now see next part of balance sheet. Current assets, inventory, it was 50,000 and now it is 90,000, so increase in inventory. Trade receivables, it is also increase in trade receivables from 75,000 to 1 lakh, and cash equivalents. Now let's discuss the notes to accounts. First, long-term borrowings. See, there are two long-term borrowings. First was 1,000 10% debentures of ₹100 each. It was 1 lakh on 31st March 2017 and 0 on 31st March 2018. It means there is redemption of debentures. Okay, then there is bank loan. It is 50,000 on 31st March 18 and 0 on 31st March 2017. It means new bank loan taken by the company. Okay, now short term provisions. Provision for tax is given 47,500 and 40,000. So while calculating net profit before tax, we have to add provision for tax 47,500, that is provision for current year, and while paying the tax we have to paid income tax ₹40,000. करंट इयरची जी प्रोव्हिजन आहे ती करंट इयरची प्रोव्हिजन आपल्याला नेट प्रॉफिट बिफोर टॅक्समध्ये ॲड करायची आहे, विच इज 47,500. अँड इन ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज वी हॅव टू डिडक्ट इन्कम टॅक्स पेड. देअर वी हॅव टू डिडक्ट 40,000 इफ एनी अदर इन्फॉर्मेशन इज नॉट गिवन. ओके, tangible assets, land and building and plant and machinery. There is adjustment on land and building and plant and machinery, so we have to prepare land and building account and plant and machinery account. Intangible assets, there is goodwill. It was 1 lakh and now it is 90,000, so goodwill return of 10,000. And cash and cash equivalents. Okay, now see the adjustments. First, contingent liability, proposed dividend, current year 10%, last year 7.5%. Now, प्रपोज डिव्हिडंडच्या बाबतीमध्ये मागच्या वर्षीचा जो प्रपोज डिव्हिडंड असतो तो यावर्षी पेड केलेला दाखवायचा असतो, आणि करंट इयरचा जो प्रपोज डिव्हिडंड असतो तो आपल्याला ॲड करायचा असतो नेट प्रॉफिट बिफोर टॅक्स कॅल्क्युलेट करताना. हे कधी करायचं आहे आपण, जर नोट्स टू अकाउंट्समध्ये रिझर्व अँड प्रोव्हिजन्समध्ये प्रोव्हिजन फॉर टॅक्स जिथे दिलेलं आहे त्या ठिकाणी जर आपल्याला प्रपोज डिव्हिडंड पण दिलेला असेल, बरोबर आहे, सॉरी फॉर इंटरप्शन, या ठिकाणी बघा शॉर्ट टर्म प्रोव्हिजनमध्ये प्रोव्हिजन फॉर टॅक्स दिलं आहे त्याप्रमाणे जर प्रपोज डिव्हिडंड आपल्याला दिलेलं असेल तर आपल्याला याप्रमाणे करावं लागेल. पण या ठिकाणी इट इज ए कॉन्टिंजंट लायबिलिटी असं सांगितलं आहे. म्हणजे प्रपोज डिव्हिडंड इज नॉट अकाउंटेड इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट. Current year's proposed dividend is not accounted in the books of accounts. Understood? So while calculating net profit before tax, we have to add dividend paid, that is proposed dividend of previous year, 7.5% of share capital. Understood? So last year's share capital, see the balance sheet, it was 5 lakhs. So 7.5% of 5 lakhs we have to add in net profit for the year while calculating net profit before tax. Okay, so see here, मी तुम्हाला परत एकदा समजावून सांगते. जर नोट्स टू अकाउंट्समध्ये आपल्याला प्रपोज डिव्हिडंडचे डिटेल्स दिलेले असतील, याचा अर्थ बॅलन्स शीटमध्ये नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स आहेत असा अर्थ होतो. ओके, पण या प्रॉब्लेममध्ये कॉन्टिंजंट लायबिलिटी म्हणून ॲडजस्टमेंटमध्ये करंट इयरचं प्रपोज डिव्हिडंडचं पर्सेंटेज आणि मागच्या वर्षीचं प्रपोज डिव्हिडंडचं पर्सेंटेज दिलं आहे. बरोबर आहे. सो याचं मिनिंग असं आहे की करंट इयरच्या अकाउंट्समध्ये प्रपोज डिव्हिडंड अकाउंटेड केलेलं नाही आहे, त्याचं अकाउंटिंग केलेलं नाही आहे. सो आपल्याला करंट इयरच्या प्रपोज डिव्हिडंडचा काहीही इफेक्ट द्यायचा नाही आहे कॅश फ्लो स्टेटमेंटमध्ये. वी विल इग्नोर दॅट. नाव लास्ट इयर मीन्स 7.5% ऑन 31st March 2017. It was proposed dividend for last year. So we have to add, we will consider it that was the dividend paid in current year. कारण नॉर्मली मागच्या वर्षीचा जो प्रपोज असतो तो या वर्षीच्या इयरमध्ये पेड केला जातो. सो मागच्या वर्षीचं शेअर कॅपिटल 5 lakhs into 7.5% and the answer is 37,500. We will consider it as dividend paid. So we will add it in net profit while calculating net profit before tax, and we will show as payment of dividend paid or dividend paid in cash flow from financing activities. कळलंय? आता सेकंड adjustment, income tax paid during the year includes 7,500 paid towards dividend distribution tax. Okay, now while discussing the problem, I told you that we have to deduct income tax paid in operating activities rupees 40,000. But here they told us that this 40,000 income tax paid during the year includes 7,500 paid towards dividend distribution tax. So इन्कम टॅक्स पेडची एंट्री करताना 40,000 मायनस 7,500 करून आपल्याला 32,500च इन्कम टॅक्स पेड केलेला दाखवायचा आहे ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमध्ये. कळतं आहे? 40,000 इन्कम टॅक्स नसून त्यातले 7,500 हे डिव्हिडंड डिस्ट्रीब्युशन टॅक्स आहे. सो वी हॅव टू डिडक्ट 7,500 फ्रॉम 40,000 अँड विल शो इन्कम टॅक्स पेड 32,500 इन ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. अंडरस्टूड? And this 7,500 dividend distribution tax paid will be shown in financing activities, payment of dividend distribution tax or dividend distribution tax paid 7,500 हे आपल्याला फायनान्सिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमध्ये दाखवायचं आहे. ओके, नाव लँड अँड बिल्डिंग of book value rupees 75,000 was sold at a profit of 10%. So we will prepare land and building account. And the rate of depreciation on plant and machinery is 10%. Only depreciation सांगितलेलं आहे प्लांट अँड मशिनरीवर. त्यामुळे प्लांट अँड मशिनरीवर डेप्रिसिएशन काढून आपण वी विल ॲड इट इन ॲज नॉन कॅश एक्सपेन्स. ओके, सी प्लांट अँड मशिनरी वॉज 2 lakhs. 10% of 2 lakhs will be 20,000. It will be added in net profit before tax as non-cash and non-operating expense. Okay, then plant and machinery is now 1,80,000. So we'll show it means 20,000 after deducting 20,000 depreciation it is 1,80,000 करंट इयर. त्यामुळे आपल्याला त्याच्यात काही सेल बिल दाखवायची गरज नाही आहे. आणि अकाउंट करायचं असं मी म्हटलं होतं, पण अकाउंट करण्याची गरज नाही, कारण एकच ॲडजस्टमेंट आहे आणि स्ट्रेट आहे ती. 2 lakhs द कॉस्ट ऑफ प्लांट अँड मशिनरी वॉज 2 lakhs. At the end of the year, 20% depreciation deducted, and now it is 1,80,000. This is the straightway meaning of this adjustment. Okay, so now we will prepare, we will calculate net profit before tax, and then we will prepare land and building account. Okay, so let's start now. Here we will prepare cash flow statement of Ashok Limited, but first we have to calculate net profit before tax. Okay, so we will calculate net profit before tax now. See the problem. Closing balance of profit and loss account is 3,75,000 and opening balance 3 lakhs. So balance of profit and loss as on 31st March 2018, it is 3,75,000 and less balance of profit and loss as on 31st March 2017, it is 3 lakhs. So we will deduct 3 lakhs from 3,75,000 and the answer will be 75,000. Okay, now we have to add provision for tax. Provision for tax of current year, keep it in mind. Okay, so it is 47,500, and now we have to add dividend paid. As we have discussed while reading the problem, dividend paid will be proposed dividend of last year, means previous year. So we have to add previous year's proposed dividend. We have calculated it, which is 37,500. While reading the problem, we have calculated. Okay, 37,500 कसं आलं ते मी तुम्हाला मगाशी सांगितलं होतं प्रॉब्लेम रीड करताना. 75,000 प्लस 47,500 प्लस 37,500, so total is 1,60,000. So it is net profit before tax. Net profit before tax means net profit before tax and extraordinary items, obviously. Okay, now let's prepare land and building account, and then we will prepare cash flow statement of Ashok Limited. Okay, see the land and building account. Opening balance is given 4 lakhs and closing balance 3,25,000. So 2 balance brought down 4 lakhs and buy balance carried down, it is 3,25,000. Now let's read the adjustment. See the adjustment. Land and building of book value of rupees 75,000 was sold at a profit of 10%. Okay, it was sold at a profit of 10%. 10% of 75,000 will be 7,500. So land costing rupees 75,000 was sold for rupees 75,000 plus 7,500, that is 82,500. Understood? After adding profit, sales price will be 82,500. So by bank account, it is entry of sale. Okay, 75,000 plus 7,500 profit, so it is 82,500. and now in this transaction there is profit, so to statement of profit and loss. Profit in sale, or you can say gain in sale. Okay, profit in sale, it is 7,500. Understood? See, now here we have prepared this account. Now we will tally. 82,500 plus 3,25,000 means 4,07,500. Okay, and this is 4,07,500. So there is no balance, no purchase of land and building or anything here. We have to enter sale of land and building 82,500 in cash flow statement. Okay, that is in investing activities. And we have to enter profit in sale of land and building in operating activities. As it is profit, we have to deduct it as non-cash and non-operating expenses or items. Okay, so now let's prepare actual cash flow statement from this information. Ashok Limited cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2018. First heading will be cash flow from operating activities. Cash flow from operating activities. Sub point A, it will be net profit before tax. Means net profit before tax and extraordinary items. Note 1. In note 1, we have calculated net profit before tax 1,60,000. So 1,60,000. Okay. Now second, that is B, adjustment of non-cash and non-operating items. Now here we have to add non-cash and non-operating expenses and deduct non-operating incomes. So add non-operating and non-cash expenses. There is depreciation. Depreciation is given in the problem on plant and machinery, which is rupees 20,000. We have calculated it. So depreciation on plant and machinery 20,000. Okay, then goodwill written off, or you can say goodwill amortized 10,000. Okay, so total is 30,000. We will add 30,000 in 1,60,000, so it is 1,90,000. Now less non-operating incomes, and which is profit on sale of land and building. So only one item is there, profit on sale of land and building. Okay, so profit in sale 7,500, and now we will deduct 7,500 from 1,90,000. So answer will be 1,82,500. Okay, so this is operating profit before working capital changes. Working capital changes. Okay, 1,82,500. Now C point, adjustment of working capital changes. And here we have to add decrease in current assets, decrease current assets, and increase in current liabilities. Decrease in current assets and increase in current liabilities. We have discussed the problem. See the current assets. In the problem there are current assets, inventory, but there is increase in inventory and there is increase in trade receivables. So no decrease in current asset is there. Now see whether there is increase in current liabilities or not. See the current liabilities in the given balance sheet. There is trade payables, but in trade payables there is decrease. So decrease in current assets and increase in current liability, आपल्याकडे काहीही नाही आहे. ओके, सो डॅश. नाउ लेस increase in current asset and decrease in current liability, increase in current asset and decrease in current liability. Okay, now see the problem. Increase in current asset, as we have discussed earlier, there is increase in inventory and increase in trade receivables. Okay, so increase in inventory, increase in trade receivables, inventory increase is 40,000 and trade receivables increase is 25,000. Now decrease in current liabilities, there is decrease in trade payables, decrease in trade payables by rupees 5,000. Okay, so now we will add these items and deduct total amount 70,000 from 1,82,500. Okay, so it will be 1,12,500, 1,12,500. याला कॅश जनरेटेड फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन्स असं पण म्हणतात. कॅश फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन्स, this is cash generated from operations. And now we have to deduct income tax. Okay, so see, in the problem provision for income tax is given, so less income tax paid, now see the problem. Provision for tax for last year is given 40,000 and we have discussed that there was a dividend distribution tax of rupees 7,500. Okay, so 40,000 म्हणजे लास्ट इयरची प्रोव्हिजन मायनस डिव्हिडंड डिस्ट्रीब्युशन टॅक्स 7,500. so we will paid income tax at this moment 32,500. so it is 80,000. So this is cash flow from operating activities as it is positive amount. Cash flows from operating activities. This is the final answer of first point, that is cash flow from operating activities. Okay, now we will calculate cash flow from investing activities. So second heading is cash flow from investing activities. Now see the problem. As we have discussed earlier, there is sale of land and building. So proceeds of sale of land and building, and see the amount, it is 82,500. cash is coming in, so it is positive amount. Now there is, as we have discussed while reading the problem, purchase of non-current investments. So purchase of non-current investments, and the amount of purchase of non-current investment is rupees 3 lakhs, which is negative because cash is going out from the business. Okay, only two items are there, so negative 3 lakhs, positive 82,500. So final answer will be in negative. It is 2,17,500. And this is the final answer of cash flow from investing activities. Okay, so cash used in investing activities. This is the final answer of second point. And now third point, cash flows from financing activities. Okay, now see the problem. As we had discussed earlier, there is issue of shares. So issue of shares you can write as proceeds of issue of shares also, but issue of shares is also sufficient. 2,50,000, it is positive difference between the two amounts. Then redemption of 10% debentures is there. And redemption amount is 1 lakh. As amount is going out, it will be negative amount. Okay, now it is assumed that these debentures have been redeemed at the beginning of the year, so we have not provided for interest. Understood? हे डिबेंचर्स ॲट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द इयर रिडीम झालेत असं अजून केल्यामुळे इंटरेस्ट पेड केलेलं नाही आहे करंट इयरचा, हे लक्षात घ्या. सो 1 lakh रिडम्शन ऑफ 10% डिबेंचर. देन बँक लोन टेकन or proceeds of bank loan. Bank loan taken worth rupees 50,000, cash is coming in, so 50,000 will be positive amount. Then dividend paid, that is proposed dividend of previous year. प्रिव्हियस इयरचा जो प्रपोज डिव्हिडंड आहे तो पेड करणार होतो आपण डिव्हिडंड कॅल्क्युलेट केलेला आहे विच इज 37,500. ओके, सो इट इज निगेटिव्ह 37,500. अँड नाव पेमेंट ऑफ डिव्हिडंड डिस्ट्रीब्युशन टॅक्स. This is financial item, so written in cash flows from financing activities 7,500. Okay, now we will add all these items, negative, negative, negative. So addition of this amount and positive 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs minus 1,45,000, so it is 1,55,000. Okay, answer is 1,55,000. That is cash flows from financing activities, 1,55,000. This is the final amount of cash flow from financing activities. Okay, now we have to add, as this is the, we have to add all these final amounts. So this is the final amount of cash flow from financing activities. This is the final amount of cash flow from investing activities, and this is the final amount of cash flows from operating activities. Okay, this is positive 80,000. This is positive 1,55,000. So we will add 1,55,000 plus 80,000. So it will be 2,35,000. Okay, and negative 2,17,500. So answer will be positive. It is 17,500. So it is net increase in cash and cash equivalents. balance. This is first point plus second point plus third point's final answer. So it is 17,500. That is net increase in cash and cash equivalents. Okay. Now we will add opening balances of cash and cash equivalents. So add cash and cash equivalents at the beginning. Okay, now see in the problem, at the beginning in the balance sheet, cash and cash equivalents at the beginning 1,70,000, that is cash balance 25,000, bank balance 1,45,000, 1,70,000. Okay, so we will add 1,70,000 here. So answer is 1,87,500. Okay, that is cash and cash equivalents at the end. आणि बघा प्रॉब्लेममध्ये गिवन गिवन बॅलन्स शीट नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स, नोट नंबर 5, कॅश बॅलन्स 35,000, bank balance 1,52,500. So total is 1,87,500. Okay, in this way we have to solve this problem. Now solve this problem in your notebook, and if there is any doubt you can ask. That's all.